Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of InnoGames TV. February stands out for one reason. You guessed it, it's Valentine's Day. So what do we have in store for you this month? Let's go to the overview and find out. Elvenar sets to show off with new information on their cultural buildings, while Tribal Wars 2 brings it back to the basics with a tutorial on their battle system. Meanwhile, Forge of Empires keeps it festive with their Valentine's Day event, while Grepolis shows you their new Battle for Troy event. Tribal Wars introduces their new game designer who shows you some upcoming features, and last but not least, the West is back with their own special Valentine's Day event. As you probably know, Elvenar just started its closed beta, and for those of you that are looking for a key, here's your chance. We've hidden a beta key somewhere in this episode, so pay close attention and see if you can find it. And to get in the groove of things, let's check out this video on their cultural buildings.
Hello, nice to see you and welcome back to another exciting episode of Timon's and Oliver's Elvenar preview. Today we're going to talk about culture, and for our two races, culture is of essential meaning. In Elvenar you can construct different culture buildings in your city. They are not only eye-catchers, they serve an important purpose too. Maybe the game designer wants to talk about this?
Sure. Culture is always required for upgrades, so if you want to make the most out of your residences and workshops, for instance, you will need some cultural buildings first.
Our cultural buildings are unlocked in the research menu over time, but unlike most of the other buildings, they can't be upgraded. In order to gain more culture, you will have to replace them over time with newer ones, slowly transforming the look of your city.
It is recommendable to always have at least a slight culture surplus in your city to not worry about your next upgrade. Your people really love culture buildings. In fact, if your culture surplus is high enough, they will work harder in the supply workshops and also pay more taxes.
Great! I can already envision cities full of beautiful culture buildings. Wouldn't that make a great city?
Actually, no. Culture shouldn't eat up too much space in your town, or you will have other shortages, like population or goods. Keep a balance. If you want to maximize your culture surplus, you should ask your neighbors to help you.
Yeah, I remember. If a neighbor visits my town and helps one of those big culture buildings, it will double its culture output for a certain amount of time.
Exactly. In other words, your neighbors can almost double your culture surplus, if only for a limited amount of time. Every neighbor can help you once a day, so be nice to them and help them as well.
Thanks for watching. If you need more information, your website of choice is elvenar.com, so thumbs up and keep on playing.
Okay, now that we've cleared that up, let's go to David from the Tribal Wars 2 team to get more information on their battle system.
Hi, I'm Bruthor, Lead Community Manager for Tribal Wars 2. In this tutorial I'm going to explain the basic combat system of the game. Let's have a look at the basic combat values. Each unit has a general combat strength. They also have defense values against specific unit types. The unit types are Infantry, Cavalry and Archers. Another important value in the unit screen are provisions, which I will explain later. Let's have a look at our first battle. Here we have 100 X-Fighters attacking 100 Spearmen. In order to see who will win this battle, we will have to look at the values explained earlier. For attacking units, we check the combat strength value. X-Fighters have a combat strength of 45. We have 100 X-Fighters, that's why we multiply this by 100. We now have a total combat strength of 4,500. For the Defender, we look at the defense value against Infantry, because X-Fighters are an infantry unit. Spearmen have a defense value against infantry of 25. We also multiply this by 100 and get 2,500. So we now have a total combat strength value of 4,500, fighting a defensive value of 2,500. We can clearly see that the attacker wins this battle. The more powerful the attacking units are in comparison to defending units, the fewer casualties are to be expected on the attacking side. In this case, we have 41 casualties for the attacker. In our second battle, the attacker sends 100 X-Fighters once again. This time the defender is prepared and has 50 spearmen and 100 swordsmen. The combat strength of the attacker is the same as in our previous battle, 4,500. The defender has 50 spearmen with a defense value against infantry of 25 each, which is a total of 1,250. As we can see, the swordsmen have a better defense value against infantry. Their value is 55. We also multiply this by 100 and get a total of 5,500. In this battle, we have a combat strength of 4,500 against a defense value of 6,750. This time the defender wins. Casualties are distributed equally on all defending unit types. The defender loses 27 spearmen and 54 swordsmen. If you're interested in further aspects of our battle system, you can check out the extended version of the video. Thanks for tuning in and see you in game.
Thanks, David. That was very informative. Okay guys, let's give Forge of Empires some love. So Per, it's your turn.
Hello Forge fans, my name is Per Kröger, I'm one of the game designers of the game. And we're approaching Valentine's Day, and that means we want to bring some love into the game. So prepare for some exciting love story between Robin and Marion and the sheriff. Okay, Forge fans, look up here to your quest givers. There's 2 new quest givers popping up. It's the sheriff and it's Robin, and later Maid Marion is gonna join the cast. Those 3 have an epic love story going on between them. Both Robin and the sheriff show some interest in Marion, and it's your choice in the end who she's gonna end up with. Make sure to return every day and play along in the quest line, because every day Robin will have a new quest waiting for you. So if you miss out on a quest one day, don't worry, it's not that bad. You can log in the next time and have all those quests waiting for you. If you manage to finish the quest line, you can get your hands on a Tree of Love. That is a very, very good decoration. If you already happen to have one, then you can upgrade it and replace it with a Great Tree of Love. And if you played last year and the year before and you already have the Great Tree of Love, then you can sell that one at the end of the quest line and replace it with the Eternal Tree of Love. That's the very new, very, very good decoration building that you can get right here in this event and only here. So, what is it gonna be? How is this story gonna end? It is your choice. Okay people, so who's it gonna be? Robin and Marion or the sheriff and Marion? It's your choice. Have fun and show Forge some love.
From the love of Forge to the battlefields of Grepolis, Jordan has more information for you for their Battle of Troy event.
Hello everybody, my name is Jordan and I am the lead community manager of Grepolis. Today I would like to show you our new in-game event, the Battle of Troy. So let's get right into the game. This new event has many different enemies which you can fight using your own special units. If you decide to fight, all you need to do is this. Nice! Looks like I won. After winning, you can store your reward. You will also be able to claim your favorite rewards again by waiting for new enemies. If you need a little more help, Achilles can also provide you with 20% combat power by enabling him for a fight. But use him wisely, because he will be wounded after every fight and not usable until he is healed again. Of course, you can also lose a fight, so keep an eye on your enemy's strengths to know which of your units will have an advantage against them. Now let's talk about the map. As you can see, the map is quite big, and the way to the city of Troy won't be easy. So try to gather as much units as you can along the way. You will get troops just by playing Grepolis as usual. Think building, researching and recruiting. After you get units, a window will pop up and show you the amount of troops. Here you will find a button which opens the event window directly. It's possible to get units 10 times a day, but the amount will be random. Similar to our past events, you will be able to collect some new awards. There are 3 different in total: Trojan Massacre, Conqueror of Troy and Leader of Trojan Mercenaries. As usual, these awards have 4 different stages. But there is more. On Hero Awards, you will also be able to get your hands on a brand new and exclusive hero. After you manage to conquer Troy, you will get Hector, a hero of war. He will improve the combat values of your swordsmen and slingers in fight. You will also receive a free culture level on top. Gather your army around you and conquer Troy. I hope you will make wise decisions, and I wish you good luck. Bye, and see you soon.
Well, that certainly looks like fun. But you know what else is fun? Introductions. So let me introduce to you Anvar from the Tribal Wars team.
Hi, this is Anwar, your new game designer for Tribal Wars. And I'm going to start right off with a new feature that's going to hit your markets very soon, the chat. So here in the bottom right, you can see the main chat window, which lists all of my friends and tribe mates. The chat is always one-on-one, and it's really an extension of the mail system. So if you click on the mail system, you see here the chat thread. You can of course have more than one chat open at the same time, and you can type some stuff in here and other people can reply. And oh, there's an incoming message from another player. As you can see here, it will open automatically. So we see here there are some buttons at the top of the chat windows. You can of course close chat windows or minimize them if they're getting in your way. Or sometimes you might have to use the report or block player function. We hope it's not going to be too often that you have to use those. Yeah, and that's basically the chat. We hope you will find this a cool feature that is really useful for coordinating your attacks and activities with your friends and tribe mates. Speaking of friends, you're probably wondering who I am. As I already told you, I'm the new game designer for Tribal Wars. And you're wondering now maybe, hey, a new game designer, does this game even need a new game designer? After all, we've been enjoying it for over 10 years now. And you're probably worried also, is this guy going to break or change our game? And I'm going to be quite open about it. No, I'm not intending to break or change your game. I'm intending to improve the user experience. So the user experience is how the player and the game interact with each other. And there are some ways where we can still improve this. Some flows, some user flows for features. So not changing the feature, just how you interact with it. And also there's another big topic that I intend to address. That's how we present Tribal Wars to new players. As you know, the game is very complex and deep, and we currently do not do a good job of actually showing the new players how everything works and the important points in the game. So that's one thing I want to really focus on. One of the features that's going to help there is the new mentoring system. I can't tell you too much about it yet, because this will be the story for our next interview. So yeah, don't be worried. I hope we can have a great time together, and see you soon on our next communication.
Such a lovely fellow. But Stephanie's nice too, and she has some new information for the West Valentine's Day event.
Hey guys, I'm Stephanie. I'm the new game designer for the West, and today I will talk a bit about our Valentine's Day event. For the event, we have a new currency, which you can find at the top of the screen. You can get these hearts through daily activity basically, so through jobs or, for example, duels. You can also send them to your friends. On the left we have two new icons for the event. The first one is for your rewards and the second for the Wheel of Fortune. If you click on the reward icon, you will get to your personal reward screen. Here you can see the amount of hearts you've already collected and the equivalent rewards that you've unlocked so far. In the second tab you can find the community rewards section. At the bottom you can see how many hearts have already been collected on your world and again the rewards available. In the third tab there's the hearts log, where you can see when and where you've collected your hearts. If you click on the second event icon, you can access our Wheel of Fortune. With every spin you get a reward, and if you're really lucky, you get one of our brand new set items. Yeah, that was our Valentine's Day event. I hope you all enjoy it. For more information, check out our Facebook page and see you around.
And that was it for the February episode of InnoGames TV. If you like this episode, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like us on Facebook and Twitter. We'll make sure to bring you the latest news on all your games. Bye!